Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about constipation and how to decrease your child's need for Miralax or other such medications. Hey, my name is Dr. Anna Maria Temple. I am your holistic pediatrician on call. My specialty is eczema, and my mission is to help inspire, empower, and educate families to raise healthy kids in this unhealthy world. In today's episode, we are tackling constipation and, wait, that's the wrong side, poop. If we don't poop every single day, our body cannot cleanse or detox. And this can lead to a lot of issues such as eczema, asthma, allergies, ADHD, anxiety, and so much more. I see constipation in my clinic daily, and it is infuriating the amount of medications that are prescribed to children. It is infuriating to see how many medications are prescribed to children that are not FDA approved for that age group. What am I talking about? Miralax is FDA approved for children 17 and older. However, it is given as a regular prescription to children as young as 1 year old. Now, here's the thing. I took Miralax for 25 years daily. No one told me that this was going to be a problem. And I'm a doctor. I had no idea. I also prescribed it to my patients because I had no idea. When I started my own healing journey and I realized that Miralax is actually the ingredients from antifreeze, and that these ingredients actually seep into children's bodies. And in fact, they can cause a lot of neurological issues like tantrums, mood issues, tics, anxiety, and neurological inflammation, anger, and so much more. This is not okay, guys. So let's start talking about how we're going to get our children to poop every single day without relying on medications. And we're going to start with babies. Yes, babies, even nurse babies, need to poop every single day. The teaching out there is inaccurate, and it says the following. Nurse babies can poop once a day, 7 times a day, or once every 7 days. I used to also say the same thing. When in fact, nurse babies should poop every single day. What do we do for babies that don't poop every single day? Number one, we're going to take a look at mama's diet. If mama's diet is full of sugars, processed foods, wait, that's the wrong side. We have some work to do. When we're nursing, oftentimes we're like, oh my gosh, we're so starving, we'll eat anything. How about if mama's diet is very high in dairy? Dairy is one of the most constipating foods in the world. So the first thing I would do if your youngster is constipated, my nursing mama, let's reduce our added sugar to less than 24 grams a day. Let's get rid of processed foods with preservatives, artificial flavoring, food coloring, in order to help the microbiome, which is our gut bacteria, grow beautiful and strong and help our babies poop every single day. Not to mention that's going to also help your gut health as well. One supplement that all babies should be on from birth is a probiotic. I prefer Claire Labs Infant Probiotic. It comes in this little handy dandy blue bottle that is refrigerated. And if you don't choose this, choose another probiotic that is multi-strand. I prefer that you choose a brand that has at least 5, if not 10 different strands of probiotics to give to your youngsters. For any dosing of any of the stuff that we're talking today, I actually have a handy dandy manual for babies, and I have a manual for children that it's in my captions that you can grab yourself a copy, and I have all the protocols listed there with dosings so you don't have to sweat or be anxious one more second. Okay. So after probiotics, and I prefer that my nursing mamas also take a daily probiotic as well, because what you're eating also translates into your baby's health. Other things we can do for constipation for babies is actually castor oil compresses. You can take castor oil, rub it on your baby's belly in a massage-like format, and then take a washcloth, wet it, put it in the microwave until it's just warm, not hot, and then put it over your baby's belly for about 5 to 10 minutes. Other options are going to be liquid magnesium that I'll use in babies as young as 1 month old. The liquid magnesium you can dose, you start dosing with 1 ml and you slowly increase it to about 5 mLs. The side effect of too much magnesium? Well, diarrhea. If you have diarrhea, we're really excited because that means you're pooping. And then lastly, for my little tykes, if your youngster is having constipation issues and you've done all the things we just talked about and still things are not getting better, consider digestive enzymes. In my store, Dr. Anna Maria's store, I have digestive enzymes that are powder format that I love to use in babies, and I've seen great success, because what happens is sometimes our babies' guts are super immature and they don't have enough digestive enzymes to process the yummy food and breast milk that is coming in. But what if your baby is not breastfed? What if your baby is formula fed? Take a look at your formula. If your formula is cow milk based or goat milk based, dairy is an issue. So we're going to have to change formula to a broken down option. The broken down option that I like to use is HIP-HA, which is hypoallergenic combiotic. And that will help our formula fed babies help reduce their issues with constipation. All right, let's talk about older children. As you can see, the first thing we're going to talk about is, well, dairy. Because when the babies are done nursing or they're done with formula at the age of 1, we are told that they should be having milk. And it's often cow's milk, and about 3 to 4 times a day. And that can be between, sometimes 24 to 30 ounces of whole milk a day. There's nothing more constipating in this world than dairy. Sorry. Now, toddlers and children don't just drink milk, they also eat cheese, yogurt, ice cream, butter, and so on and so forth. And if you start looking at your child's diet, you'll see that there's a lot of dairy, a lot more dairy than you think they have. What about raw dairy? There's some kids that when they're doing raw dairy, awesome, great. However, if your child is drinking raw dairy and they're constipated, that may not be a good fit for your child. Not every diet and every food is a great fit for all humans. So we have to start paying attention and seeing what foods agree with our children and what don't. A common mistake a lot of parents make is they come to me and say, can you please fix their constipation, but we don't want to fix anything in their diet. I can't do anything for you. We have to fix the diet. There's no supplement that will outdo a diet that doesn't fit your child's body. Next thing that I see a lot of toddlers and children eat is, of course, my favorite and yours, wait for it. All right, processed foods. Processed foods, this looks like it's, heart healthy. This is 16 grams of sugar in a bowl. And that is if we're gonna just have a normal bowl. The same thing for this. In fact, both of these cereals have the same exact amount of sugar per serving, even though this one looks a little healthier. Always turn around your boxes and look at the added sugar content. The added sugar content is here. The more sugar our children have in their diet, the less well their guts are going to function. I'm just a messenger. So now we talked about things that we need to stop, like foods that are loaded with added sugar, about processed foods. We talked about dairy. Oh, by the way, there's a misconception that the only way to get calcium into our children is through dairy. There's also a misconception that children who don't drink enough milk have a lot more fractures, when in fact the data strongly shows that there's actually no correlation between the amount of milk a person drinks and their risk of fractures for a lifetime. And in some studies, for older adults, the more milk, the more likely the fractures. And when we look at the data, actually, it's the vitamin D and not the calcium that is important in our children's diet to prevent fractures. So we talked about all the things that we shouldn't have in the diet, but what should the children have in their diet so we can prevent medications or constipation? Of course, plan points. Aim for a fruit and a vegetable at every meal and snack. When your children are like, well, I don't want a fruit or vegetable every snack. Very simple. When they're asking for a snack, hey, can I please have some potato chips? Of course you can, after you eat a fruit or a vegetable. And they say, I don't want a fruit or a vegetable. Then you're going to say, then you don't need a snack because you're not hungry. And then move on. The more plants, the more fiber. The more fiber feeds the good bacteria in our gut, the better the poops. So the more fruits and vegetables, the more fiber, the more poops. Instead of sugary drinks like sports drinks, juices, yes, even if it's organic, even if it's Honest Kids, this has 4 packets of sugar in one go, and the human body can only process 6 packets of sugar. So we're already overloading our child's diet and our child's body with 4 packets of sugar with just one drink. The more water we drink, the more we will poop. Poop is 75% water. Another great beverage that will get those bowels going is aloe vera juice. Make sure that it's whole leaf and organic. Other foods to help your child's microbiome and help your child make awesome poops every day is fermented foods. Fermented foods are like here, sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. Sauerkraut, a lot of people don't like the taste of it. I have a lot of people that really love the taste of it. You can actually start putting a little bit, like a teaspoon of sauerkraut in your child's ketchup, mix it all up, and every time that they eat ketchup, they have a little sauerkraut. Always start small, don't pour half the container in there, but that's one way to get daily sauerkraut in the ketchup eating children. Yogurts. This is a dairy-free yogurt, coconut yogurt, that has 25 billion colony units of probiotics. This is a fermented food that will help your child poop. Great fiber products that are also sweet are dates and raisins. These are great to put in a smoothie, in your oatmeal, or they can just be used as a snack. Not only are they sweet and delicious, but they contain loads of fiber that will get those bowels going. Other fiber foods that are great for children and babies who are eating solid foods are hemp hearts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. These guys carry a punch, not only of fiber, but also omega-3 and great protein. Awesome additions to your oatmeals, all sauces, smoothies, even stews. And sometimes you just can't get your kids to eat all this stuff that I'm talking about. Well, we have this handy dandy product called BioFiber Complete. It's got all the chia seeds, apple pectin. I mean, it is a whole bunch of whole foods that are pulverized into a powder that you can put into your brownies, your tomato sauces, your smoothies. The kids can't see it, but they'll get plenty of fiber. So when it comes to supplements, always make sure that you've changed and made dietary modifications before going to supplements. You can't out-supplement a bad diet. And then you're gonna be mad at me that you spend money on supplements that are not working. Cool. What's the first order of business? Digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes come in chewable, powder, or capsules. They are great from babies from 2 months until people 99 years old. You take digestive enzymes 3 times a day before your meals, and that will help your body digest and absorb nutrition properly and put out waste regularly. We already talked about probiotics, and they come in several forms. I have a chewable one that does not need to be refrigerated. You can use Clear Lab that needs to be refrigerated. And I even have the adult capsules that are super potent at 112 billion colony units that will get any colon moving. I love to use nightly magnesium in children that are constipated, and usually start with 2.5 mLs, and you increase up to 5 mLs, 7.5 mLs, or 10 mLs. You can do this supplement once daily or twice daily. The side effect? Better sleep, better mood, less anxiety. Oh, and sometimes you can get diarrhea. But as I mentioned before, if you get diarrhea, that's awesome. We've cleaned out the bowels. Speaking of diarrhea, if your child is super constipated and you need to do a clean out because now they've gotten backed up, here's a couple things you can do that don't involve Miralax. You can use liquid magnesium, like the one that I have in my hand, which is Dr. Anna Maria approved, at 5 mLs every hour until poop. If that doesn't work, continue with the magnesium, 5 mLs every hour, and add liposomal vitamin C, 5 mLs every hour. You can combine this and do it every hour until the child poops. This is a case where you can also add grape juice, apple juice, pear juice, or prune juice to blast the poop out. When the children are so backed up that you need to do a clean out, the diet of the day while you're doing the clean out should be clear liquids only. If your child continuously eats crackers and starchy foods and gets himself bound up and you're trying to do supplements, to clean them out, you're just going to not make any progress. So clear liquids until the bowels are clear, liquid magnesium hourly, vitamin C hourly, and that should do the trick. What about if you've done all these things and nothing's working? Consider adding chiropractic care and craniosacral therapy. Another modality that I use with my patients that we're having a bit of a hard time going is called visceral massage. Those are done by masseuse therapists who specialize in body work. You can search for one near you. I hope that this was helpful. If you need more information, if you need better dosing instructions and more ideas on how to get your child on a better track with less medications, don't hesitate to check my baby manual and children's manual, all with holistic options on how to raise healthy children in this unhealthy world. Don't forget to leave me comments and suggestions and subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time.